Hello trader, this is a complete multi-time frame analysis on euro dollar and British pound US dollar. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in this instrument. As with the market open, with the new weekly open, we can see that euro dollar and GBPUSD as expected started to bounce from this support level. So before we discuss how we can trade in detail, let's first starting with the euro dollar, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we can see that euro dollar, after retest of this support level, from this support the market has managed to bounce with a stronger momentum. And as back to back we have seen 3 months of drop, currently the market is having a rejection. We might see deeper move in that direction on the lower time frame. Now looking at the weekly chart to see how the market is evolving, as expected we can see that from the weekly perspective, euro dollar from this support level had a bounce, and with that bounce currently the price approaching that previous support level, which is turning resistance in that area. So this is the previous support which is turning resistance on euro dollar, and we might see the price moving up to retest that support as a resistance. Looking at the daily chart on euro USD, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily price action where the market opened with a gap, and then there has been a bounce towards the upside on euro USD. Now with that bounce, the price approaching that level where there is a 20 EMA, as well as we can see that there is a high liquidity zone. As expected, euro dollar, we have seen there is a breakout, and we could see that the price ultimately going back up to grab that liquidity. If we look at the 4 hour perspective to see how the market is evolving, we can see that from the lower time frame, euro dollar, as expected, multiple time the price grab liquidity, there is a bounce, also there is a grab liquidity, and there is a bounce. Currently this is a very strong bullish candle on euro USD, which candle closing in a couple of minutes, and with the candle close we can expect deeper pullback, and I think that the price may still continue to rise, and we may see a retest of this previous resistance as a resistance here. And from that zone, either we could see break to the upside, or we can expect further continuation towards the downside. So on the lower time frame, this is where we can look for potential trading opportunity. As soon as we will find suitable entry on euro USD, we'll be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at British pound US dollar to see what kind of trading opportunity we have. Now looking at monthly, as like the euro dollar, we can see that GBP USD as well. After the market open, from the monthly we have seen that there is a significant drop, and the price again moving up for deeper pullback, as that pullback might lead that price potentially back to this monthly resistance line. So we can expect on the lower time frame potential upside here on GBP USD. Now looking at the weekly chart on British pound US dollar, we can see that from the weekly perspective there is a weekly a bounce here, and that bounce, if we closely look at, we can see from this support there's a gap open and the market managed to break out. We could see that the price again potentially bouncing back to that previous resistance line. If we look at the daily chart on GBPUSD, we can see that from the daily there's a gap open, and from that gap open the market managed to break out here, and expecting this support to turn as resistance. And we may see that after a deeper pullback the price again moving back to the upside to create a new higher high. Looking at the intraday perspective, we can see that from the 4 hour time frame on GBPUSD, this is where the market form a series of higher low after multiple liquidity grab. The price, we can see there is a breakout, and with that breakout, if we look at the 1 hour perspective on GBPUSD, we can see there is a narrow doji formation expecting further pullback, and with that pullback we can expect GBPUSD to have another potential bounce to the upside. As soon as we will find suitable entry on the lower time frame, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoy this free education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.